The phrase fast fashion has been thrown a lot recently in the fashion industry. Many people say fast fashion this, fast fashion that. But what exactly is fast fashion? Fast fashion can be defined as low cost, mass produced clothing that's often based off trends, popular thing that's going around in the market, in the industry, in fashion spaces. Nowadays, TikTok has a lot of fashion trends that pop out and pop in, and fashion dressers see that and they follow along and they mass produce it. Like all the red boots that came out, the big fucking funky Mickey Mouse boots that was coming out. All stuff like that is considered fast fashion. The focus of fast fashion is essentially affordability and convenience. Think fast food. Fast fashion is basically just the fast food of fashion industry. It's fast, it's easy, it's cheap, it's easily produced. You come in, you eat, you're satiated, you're full, but you know it's just not gonna hit the same as a home cooked meal. Your mom gonna cook better meals than McDonald's, and we both know that. In this video, I'd like to take my time and explain how fast fashion has gotten to this point. I'd like to review the history. I'd even talk about how I've indulged in fast fashion occasionally in my lifetime. And yeah, the history of fast fashion dates back literally centuries. But I gotta say, fashion itself dates back all the way until humans became humans. If we date back to the cavemen, they was wearing loincloth, they had the clubs. Low-key, that is fashion, that is drip. But in society, I'd say fashion didn't really become a staple until either the Knight era with the knights and kings and all that, or Egyptian society. And in Egyptian society, obviously, fashion still wasn't that major of a thing because only the rich 10% of society could genuinely indulge themselves in fashion. Most people in society only wore clothes for complete convenience and utility. Nobody cared about no drip this, drip that, because honestly, they didn't have time to afford to think about that. They had to get money, they had to get bread on the table for their families and all that. Of fast fashion didn't truly start until the 1830s with the invention of the sewing machine. With the sewing machine came traditionally simpler, way easier to make clothes. People could span clothes every day, every night, and that just started a revolutionized era of the fashion industry. With the invention of the sewing machine came a whole bunch of dressmaking stores and a whole bunch of factories that would mass produce clothes repeatedly for the masses. And honestly, it wasn't that bad for a long time because a lot of the factories that made a whole bunch of clothes also made a lot of high fashion brands. Obviously, they never matched up to the high fashion brands. They were still pretty well solid clothes. You could still consider it fast fashion technically, but it wasn't genuine fast fashion. What truly started the flames of fast fashion was the now infamous word that is sweatshops. With the invention and creation of sweatshops, unhealthy, low wages. It's the worst thing you could possibly think of. And companies like right now want to tell you that, oh no, sweatshops aren't around. Oh no, what? Let's be fucking honest. Jordans, let's be fucking honest. A lot of the things that we have now is because of sweatshops and all their unhealthy conditions. And so it's fast fashion. With the invention of sweatshops, they can even mass produce fat fashion even more, spreading it out, pumping it out as fast as possible, as cheap as possible. And of course, more clothes means more people want it. Okay, the Commonwealth, the common type of people, they had the opportunity to start getting into fashion. This began trying to express themselves. By the 1960s, fashion stores were developed, a bunch of fashion brands were already made, and a lot of the youth, a lot of the young people decided this is a time they could use the fashion as an expression, as a tool. There's so many years of repression, so many years of society telling them what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing. This was the result. Fashion had become less of a niche interest, and more people were trying to get into fashion. It became less of a high status type person thing and more of a commonwealth. Some poor people was buying fits, even if they couldn't afford it, bro. And honestly, I can honestly relate with this because I am poor as shit and I still like looking fly. By the 1960s, fashion had made incredible leaps. Young people were trying to express themselves and new trends were being created every month, every day, every year. And that just made a reason to have more affordable clothing. with the increasing amount of people who needed affordable clothing, more and more sweatshops and low-cost textile mills were made, and low-quality clothes kept on being massively overproduced and sent out to the masses. Right now, it's a major problem. At the time, it wasn't even that bad, but right now, pollution is getting worse and worse, global warming and all that. You know, I am not a scientist, so I don't really know shit. I'm telling you, this is still a problem. Of course, the term itself, fast fashion, wasn't coined until the 90s when an article in the New York Times named fast fashion about a retailer who was trying to make brand new, revolutionizing garments that would be put in racks and stored in only 15 days. The thing about fast fashion is it moves as fast as it's made. As soon as a trend comes, more and more clothes are being sent out. And as soon as that trend dies, more and more clothes are being thrown away. These clothes cannot last you for shit. I promise you. A couple more washes, bro, they literally turn into complete dust, complete shambles. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I have not partaken in fast fashion. I am someone who believes that I'm not a big, huge hypocrite. I'm not gonna lie, I have been a hypocrite before. But my point is, I have partaken in a couple Temu orders, couple beanies that I bought. I have partaken in buying Shein, okay? But I learned from my mistakes. I know why fast fashion isn't good. I washed those clothes and they got destroyed. They got wrecked. I don't have shit from Shein that I bought. And honestly, I swear on my mother's life, I will never buy from the fast fashion brand, at least Shein and Temu, because they're just fucking horrible. But more examples could be even Zara. Zara is a very high quality brand, but it's still considered fast fashion because they mass produce a lot of things that are considered trends. H&M could be considered fast fashion. There's a lot of brands that you guys buy, you guys consume that is fast fashion, and I don't even blame you, because some of these fast fashion brands are very high quality things. But I would suggest, if you want to build a wardrobe, do not just focus on buying fast fashion things. Of course, there is some room for fast fashion. I am not the fucking fashion police, okay? I'm not gonna tell you what and what not to wear, because it's your wardrobe, it's your clothes, it's your money. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, man. I'm not gonna stop you. But me personally, from what I've seen, it's best to carefully buy things slowly and slowly and slowly. That's how you build a nice, a good, longing wardrobe that might even fucking last you your entire life. If you just keep on mass spamming fast fashion brands, you're not gonna have these things in 5 years. You might not even like these things in 5 years, even if they do survive. And that's a whole problem with fast fashion. People don't understand that these things are trends, and trends come and go and they die. This is Jared, and this is my first video essay. If you guys like my content, please like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. Yeah, that'll be all.